obviously I can make a joke about, you're Chris Paul, the football player, not the basketball player, but I'm sure you've heard that numerous times. Am I right?
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I'm not original, but hey, your nickname is Pooh, and you got to tell us the backstory on the nickname.
So the backstory really is when my dad was a little boy, his nickname was Pooh. And
Mhm.
when my mom was a little girl, her nickname was Pooh as well. So,
Oh,
it was
wow.
just a coincidence that they end up meeting. And when I was born, I became Pooh. So,
Okay. So
you know,
it's almost like a family name more than it is a nickname.
it really is.
So talk me through, let's kind of start when you got interested in football, and what really sparked your interest in the game, and when did you get started playing?
So what really sparked my interest was my dad played football as well.
Mhm.
And so when he introduced me to the game, it kind of came second nature to me. And that family type feeling, working together to achieve a goal type feeling,
Mhm.
and so it felt good to me. And when he first put that ball in my hand, it like I said before, it was just second nature. It's like I knew what I was gonna do.
Mhm.
And just watching it on TV, how all these people became successful off of it, I was like, why not just give it a try? And I've been
Yeah.
falling in love with it ever since.
Nice. Now, does that like back to like Pop Warner, Pee Wee days when you
Yes,
were
ma'am.
playing? Yeah.
Yes,
So what did your dad play in football? Was he a linebacker like you, or did he play something different?
yes, ma'am. He played kind of like a safety outside
Mhm.
linebacker type thing, and
Mhm.
a wing back and fullback.
Hmm. Now, I know a lot of times when you start off small, you're playing on offense. They put all the kids on offense and they do kind of stuff. At what point did you really want to play on the defensive side of the ball, and what really inspired you to be on that side?
I really wanted to play the same position that my dad played, but
Mhm.
I kind of turned out to be, bigger than my dad. So, when I grew the size, I really couldn't be a safety. So
Uh-huh.
I was like, well, I want to play the linebacker spot.
Uh-huh.
And so my dad introduced me to like pro players, like Ray Lewis and stuff like that. And I was like, I want to be like him, or I want to be better than him. So,
Yeah.
and once I started watching, I was like, yeah, that's what I want to do. So I went out
Uh-huh.
and since Pee Wee ball, I've been playing linebacker since then. So, that's what really triggered me to want to play defense.
Okay. At what point, in your career, or maybe did your parents see like, man, Chris is talented. Like Chris, obviously there are kids, and then it's like you kind of stand out when you play football. At what point in your career were you like, man, I can make a career out of this?
It really started early.
Uh-huh.
It really when I was playing like a lot of travel ball.
Hmm.
And when I started getting interest from coaches and like travel ball, like the teams, all the way up north in Atlanta wanted me to come play for them. And that's what really opened my mom's eyes. She was like, he's special. And I can see it early because, like I said, I was like a really hard worker. I used to stay like the long hours and just, get the extra drills in like I do now. And my dad, one day he just came up to me after I was doing, I think some bad drills, and he was like, he said, you're gonna be a very special kid, man. Just keep working hard, and keep putting God first, and you're gonna make it far. And so it really came early when like travel ball days.
So I'm a little familiar with South Georgia football. I covered Valdosta, Colquitt County, Bainbridge, Thomasville a little bit when I was early in my career. Kind of talk about how competitive that South Georgia, North Florida football is. I mean, obviously, we're in Arkansas, everyone talks about Texas football, but that South Georgia football is pretty competitive too.
Oh yeah, it's top notch, man. This kind of where you want to be on Fridays if you ain't in Texas.
Uh-huh.
So South Georgia, all we know is football.
Mhm.
So it's very competitive. We kind of take every game personal, like down here, and it's no joke. So the environment, like I always say, the environment is a never forget type environment. It's like you already playing college football, you ain't even there yet. So and down here, football is all we know. It's like most kids in South Georgia grew up with a football in their hand.
Mhm.
So, that's all we know. That's all we know how to do. That's all we eat, sleep, drink, everything, So it's very competitive, and that's the way I like it. I like competitive stuff like that, because it just make it, it makes you feel better when you come out on top and like such top things like that,
Mhm.
especially when it means the most in the place that you are. So it's very competitive, and it's like it's crazy. It's like crazy at time because you'll think that the players take it more like more personal, but it's really the fans. Like the fans are the ones that really, really taking it personal. Like they out
Yeah.
there. So
Yeah.
that's the crazy part about it.
Yeah. It sounds like the SEC, which I'm sure that playing high school football where you did at least helps you prepare for the level of football you're about to step into.
Oh, definitely. It definitely did.
Yeah. So, what was it about Arkansas? I mean, obviously, Sam Pittman. I know that Scott Fountain had a lot to do with your recruiting as well. Ryan Rhodes, your position coach, came from Georgia, first year at Arkansas. What was appealing about the Razorbacks and the program they're building on the hill that had you ready to be a Hog?
All right. That's just a special program to me. Like you said before, Coach Pittman, he's a great guy. And he's the guy that's gonna, brighten your day and just put a smile on your face when he sees you, man, and just talk to you. He's like you just get a happy feeling when you're talking to him because he's just a utmost happy guy. It's like you can't be sad around him. And the coaching staff is doing great with the team, and I can see that they're building an upcoming program.
Mhm.
Just by turning the season around last year. They've been on a little rocket shake the past couple years, but I can tell last year, with the help of the new coaches and Sam Pittman leading them out, it's gonna be a great program in the future, man. I just want to be a part of something great and legendary, and I know Arkansas will put me in the best position possible, to be legendary and to make it where my name is never forgotten. And so it was no burner for me. So when they extended the scholarship to me with the relationship that the relationship that I had with the coaches and everything, it was no thought to it. I had a relationship with all these coaches since they were at different schools. As the backstory, Coach Pittman and Coach Found at Georgia,
Yeah.
Coach Odom when he was at Missouri and stuff like that. Coach Browse when he was in Florida State. So,
Mhm.
it was kind of like God just put them all in one area for me, and I just, took it. It was no question for me. I'm going to Arkansas.
Yeah, that worked out well. Absolutely. It was kind of nice all those guys reunited on the hill. How different was this recruiting process? Senior year of football, obviously playing during a pandemic, couldn't really visit campus and see what Arkansas and the facilities looked like in person. Not ideal, but how did you kind of, battle through all that?
It was fairly easy. Most people think it was hard, but with the help of like virtual videos, it's just as if you were there. And the recruiting coordinators at the schools are very, very helpful, and I think they deserve most of the credit. Making these long videos and taking you around campus and stuff like that. It's actually as if you were there. So the with digital things and stuff like that, it was kind of it made it very easily, instead of trying to be on FaceTime and then trying to just walk around campus and show me on the phone. You just
Mhm.
make one video and it's as if you already there. They have players on there that interact with us as well, that talk to us, they get us on Zoom meetings as well. We talk to players and coaches, and they talk to your mom on the Zoom and stuff like that. So, the recruitment process really didn't slow down. The only thing that slowed us down was we couldn't get to the campus. And so it was still fun, it was still interesting, and it still had a lot of twists and turns. So, it was still exciting.
With that being said, how excited are you to get here and one, get to work, but two, see it in person?
Very excited. That's all I've been talking about. I've been talking about this since last week when I realized I was like, oh man, I leave this Friday.
Uh-huh.
It was time last week where I couldn't sleep at all. As if it felt like game day. I can't go to sleep. I'm so ready to get there, man, and I'm so excited to meet the coaches and see Coach Pittman and Coach Browse and them again, man.
Mhm.
It's been a long time. I just want to catch up with them, man.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Hey, you're joining a linebacking core right now that doesn't have a lot of depth, but you have a guy named Grant Morgan who decided to come back, who obviously led the SEC in tackles. Bumper Pool is returning, but there's opportunity for you to one learn, but two, play immediately if you go out there, you know. So how excited are you to join that room?
I'm very excited. I can't wait to play with veterans like that.
Mhm.
It'll be easier for me to learn the playbook and learn the schemes and stuff with great guys as Grant Morgan and as Bumper Pooh. Guys with experience and guys who are leaders on the team already. It'll be kind of easier for me to adapt as if they weren't there. If they weren't there, it kind of be harder for me to learn the schemes
Mhm.
and try to learn it from a DB or something when I can just learn it from uh a true freshman in front of me,
Mhm.
that plays my position and is very good at it. So
Mhm.
I'm really blessed to have them veterans coming back, so they can take me up under their wing, and it'd be easier for me to adapt and move around. Even off the football field, just take me out and show me the campus a little bit more and
Mhm.
stuff like that. I'm really blessed for them, man. I'm really excited to play for. I'm ready to play beside them.
Yeah. All right. Well, a non-football question for you. What does Chris Paul like to do in his free time, if you have any free time, outside of football?
The number one thing I like to do is I play some Call of Duty.
Okay.
That's the number one thing. And then, during football season, I've been worked out throughout the day. So it's really, during football season, I really don't have time for real.
Hmm.
But if I'm not playing Call of Duty, I have a little niece, and me and my little niece, we probably outside doing some adventurous stuff. That
Nice.
she called adventurous. We outside doing it. Even if that's just out there playing with a bird in a tree or
Yeah.
something, we
Yeah.
out there doing it. So it's
Yeah.
really, um, I'm on video games or I'm, spending time with my family.
Yeah.
That's
Pretty
what
big
that.
family. Pretty big family guy.
Oh yeah, really, really big family guy.
Do you think maybe you'll be a little homesick, being so far away from home for the first time?
I probably will, but that being homesick, that really won't affect my performance at all. But because I know my family is only one call away,
Hmm.
you know, like that. So and I have a very big support system. So
Hmm.
and I got some family in Little Rock, Arkansas.
Oh,
So
cool.
I really won't be homesick.
Uh-huh.
I probably miss them a little bit, but and they'll miss me as well. But that won't affect my performance or
Yeah.
nothing like that.
Who's your family in Little Rock? Or how are they related to you?
So they're related to me on my dad's side of the family.
Okay.
And we was talking to her. She was staying in some part of Virginia, but
Okay.
when she found out that I was committed to Arkansas, that she called me right away and she was like, "Yeah, we just moved to Little Rock, Arkansas not too long ago." And so I was like, "Okay, how far is it?" I think it's about she thought 30
It's about
minutes.
2.5, 3 hours from Fayetteville.
Oh yeah. She said that was about yeah, she said she was 30 minutes from another part.
Hmm.
So then that when she was like, it's a great place. She said she had been to Fayetteville. She
Hmm.
said it's a very big place. It's very beautiful. The campus is beautiful and stuff like that. And so that was another thing that really was kind of no brainer for me as well. I got family there now, so if I need anything, I can make that 2 or 3 hour drive to go see them and ask them for something if I need it, or they can
Hmm.
make it come get me or see me and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that was another big factor.
And I'm sure mom and dad will be making the trek too when the season rolls around. Yeah.
Oh yeah, my mom already said she already got her gear in her closet. I never seen so much hog gear in there. She got more gear than me, and I'm the player.
That's fantastic. Hey, Chris, man, we really appreciate the time. Congratulations on joining this class of 2021, and we can't wait to see you up here on the hill.
Oh, no problem. I want to appreciate y'all for the time and reaching out, man. And go Hogs. I love y'all, man. I love the fan base, and man, we're gonna do some great things. You're gonna do some great things in the next upcoming years.